Worlds Upon the Wind. Resettle the shards of a shattered world in this peaceful roguelike deck builder, covering centuries of classical Japanese art. Nurture communities, befriend animal spirits, and shape a new civilization through choices that echo across generations. This is out now in the Steam store. If you like what you see as we are playing through it, you can grab a demo to get an idea of it. And we will take a look. It does look like there is a lot of history to it. There's a lot of art. It looks gorgeous already. I am seeing cards and deck building and strategy, which, as we know, I'm so good at those things. I'm so good at all of those things. So we'll see how it goes. Let's take a look.
Once, we were the masters of our world. Trees bowed to our axes. Beasts and rivers alike ran where we willed.
Nice.
We carved up the earth and took our rightful inheritance.
Okay, a little less nice. A little less nice. Hey, Cargen X, welcome on in.
But divine favor would not last forever. Droughts scorched our fields, and winds wailed against our shelters. We fought back with cunning and miracles to quell the shaking land. And in our struggle, we shattered what we treasured most. All that remains is 10,000 shards, adrift upon the wind.
Oh, did they break their world up into, like, islands?
Among us were some who listened to your words, O Enlightened One, and prepared for the end. They inked our names upon a great scroll, shielding us from the shattering. With our faith rewarded, we set out to reunite the world.
Oh, that's good. O Enlightened One, your prophecy told us that after the shattering, we are to put the shards back together, one expedition at a time. Let us begin then by rebuilding a Torii gate. Okay, so that's like the shrine gate. Okay, so we have an objective, and that's to build a Torii gate and then open a gateway. We have to drag glyphs to essence slots with a matching essence to activate the development. Okay, so the game is doing really well by showing us, it's showing us what matches what. So we need an earth, a mountain, and a craft. So earth, mountain. Can I just click on it? No. Oh, I can hold control. Ooh. Ooh, we can see the essences. Hold on. Ah, okay, so that's a stability essence. Create developments and sites. Okay, and a craft essence is a glyph used to shape developments or cast invocations. Okay, so they do have different types of uses. Hey, we did it! We're done with building, but we'll need to redouble our efforts to open the gateway. Guide us with a sign, O Enlightened One. Okay, so I have an option here to redraw my hand, and it says I can redraw my hand once. I also really love how much you can mouse over to get details on stuff. For instance, over here, it's talking about our draw stack, and it's telling us, here are the chances that you have to draw these types of glyphs on your next draw. So we need a Radiance Essence and a Connection Essence, and we have a 63% chance to draw those. So let's redraw our hand. We are ready to resume the preparations now. Let us open the gate to a new shard. Okay, so a glyph with multiple essences can fill any matching slot, but a single glyph can only fill one slot. So even if we had, it's unlikely that we would have one that had a radiance and a connection essence on the card. We can still only use one card. Okay, so sun. Oh, sorry, I'm nosy. Life essence and radiance essence. Cool. Okay. So there is I can see some strategy as to what you might not want to use right away versus what you'll need to use later. Excellent. We'll need enough people to found a settlement when we get to the shard. Let's gather everyone at the gate. Okay, so we need to gather the expedition by using life essence. And embark, we'll probably have to draw again, or we may have to go to the next turn. But we'll use mother. Oop. Can I double click? I can't. Okay, mother and nurture. We are exhausted, but you are always with us, O Enlightened One. Grant us one last bit of will to embark. Glyphs have invocations. Hover the glyph to learn more, and then right-click the glyph to... You give me hard words on purpose. Is that what you're doing? So this glyph lets you draw 2 cards. Essentially, it has an invocation that lets you draw 2 cards. So if I right click on it, I draw 2 cards. This doesn't help me, but this will fill 2 random essence slots in developments. So it doesn't give me essence, but I can use it to fill the spirit and the change essence in this. So that could come in handy. You are now ready to start your first expedition. Oh, the people showed up. Oh, okay. I like that the art fills in as you do the things. That's really nice. Please look kindly on us as we step out, O Enlightened One. We only need a foothold in this strange new land, just so the others can feel safe when they follow. You have already saved us from the shattering, so I trust that you'll guide us to restore the world. Big job. I know you have better things to do than watch... I know you have better things to do than watch our every footstep. But if you nudge us in the right direction, we'll handle the rest. You know, I also appreciate they're like, look, we don't need you watching us all the time, but we do need a push here and there. Oof, okay. Now I think it's getting a little real. Time to decide how to develop this land. Each site offers several developments, but only one can be active at each level. Activate some developments, then click Redraw Hand. Okay, so we can make this a smoldering crater, which provides adventure and beauty. Snow-capped peaks, which provide beauty and food. Or a winding path, which provides adventure. I like the snow-capped peaks for beauty and food. So for that, I will use life. Okay, so we only can do one of those things. The mountain wears a crown of ice, watering the valleys with its melting jewels. Okay. So over here we can do a boneyard, which we actually can't, but we could do a rock garden, providing harmony and beauty, or salt flats, which provide productivity and beauty. I like harmony better, so let's pat the mountain here. A quilt of pebbles and intricate patterns bound by a vow of stillness. Okay, so I can also create a ruined outpost, which will provide safety and beauty. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll craft this by using that. Oh, sorry, what does this one do? Top, add 1 toil glyph to the top of the draw stack. Toil is... Oh, okay, so it's the orange circle and the green square. It also has despair on it. Ew. Hold on. I don't know what despair does. I don't like despair, so we're not doing that. We will craft the ruined outpost, and then we will use the join to fill a random essence in developments. So let's do that. There we go. Now we've made a ruined outpost. Half-collapsed ramparts bristle with new scaffolds, making for a charming mess of a shelter. I like being a charming mess. Nothing wrong with being a charming mess. Let's redraw our hand. Okay, there isn't much else we can do. Although we could gain some safety. Can I see my... I like gaining a little safety, so let's do that. And we'll end our foray. We've made a place. The settlement is named Kinsekidai? Silverstone Plateau, after its snow-capped peaks. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, so we ended up getting food, safety, beauty, harmony, and we've gained insight. Insights are points earned by completing stages. Okay. And because we finished the round, we get to add a glyph, or we can remove one. Okay, the glyphs you choose here stay for the rest of the expedition. Ones with more essences are better, but sometimes the invocations matter more. Pay attention to your essence counts. Keeping them balanced is important. So we have... So yeah, we have 3 of each. Stability, change, and life. We have 1 of each. Crafting, spirit, radiance, and connection. What does divine do? Divine, okay, divine is like a scry. It lets you see the top glyphs of the draw stack in order and move any to the discards if desired. That one I kind of like. This one is also nice in that it will fill 2 random slots, but it will also discard 2 random cards. Let's go with the divine. Okay. For the next foray, we'll need to fulfill the goal of 4 safety and 6 productivity. When selecting a place to settle, pay attention to how much of the goal yield it can provide. Okay, so... So yeah, we have to explore the area. Ah, there we go. Okay. So all of these actually give us safety and productivity. Let's build on the other side of the mountain in the plains. Okay. Hold on. This is your inspiration. Ooh, nice. Missing foray goals. Oh, missing our goals reduces it. If you run out, the expedition ends and you forfeit the bonus rewards. Okay. The yields you gain are added up here. These will unlock new expeditions later in the expedition. And what are quests? Okay, quests are finish your first expedition with at least 1. Okay, got it. All right, so it said we needed... I mean, either of these will give us what we want. We can do... Oh, these are highlighted in green because we need productivity and we need stability. Sorry, safety. So let's create a wildflower meadow. And then... Ooh, I may have goofed here. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, we'll create an herb garden. That gives us the safety that we need. And then we also need 6 productivity. The only way to get that is with lava-fed forges. So we want to create a smoldering crater. And then we want to... Yeah, let's go ahead and start the forges. I'm going to go ahead and redraw my hand. That's not helpful exactly, but I can use this to fill a random essence slot in any fill. Okay, so this one's already started, so I can use the continue to fill the lava-fed forges. So that gives me 15 productivity and 10 safety. I guess I could have done both of these with one item, but okay. Is there anything else I need to do or could do? I could gain some beauty. And I guess that's probably it. Okay. So they built a new village. This settlement is named Red Peak after its smoldering crater. Okay, what do we add? The continue one is nice because all you need, if you start something, it will continue another one, but knowledge or sound gain 4 beauty and 4 knowledge. That might be nice. I do like both beauty and knowledge. Okay, we'll go with that one. We'll go with sound. My heart is full, O Enlightened One. Thank you for seeing us through. We are exhausted now, so we're going to rest and get used to our new home. To think, I was actually there. The very first time we stepped back out into the world. Tales of this journey will be told for generations. It won't be me on the next expedition, but I know you will look after my sisters and brothers just as you have looked after us. No doubt is left in my heart that soon you will restore the world to its former glory. Again, no pressure. Okay, finish your first expedition with at least 1 settlement established. Any time between forays you can finish the expedition. Okay. Oh, so if we finish the expedition before we run out of inspiration, we get a bonus reward. Nice. Yeah, you'll gain 10 bonus insights. Yes. Okay, so we've discovered Snowcat Peaks, Rock Garden, Ruined Outpost, and Wildflower Meadow, Lava-fed Forges, Smoldering Crater, and Herb Garden. We can view what our deck ended up at. We can even search for cards, that's really nice, and sort them by essence. Alright, let's return to our haven. I don't want to jinx it. That was easy to understand, and I appreciate that. Oh, the scribe. I have served all my life as your scribe of names, O Enlightened One, but the people beg for a prophet. Inspire in me your will, and I shall carry your commandments to the faithful. In the age before the shattering, your sacred word came to us through relics. If we are to hear your will once more, we must gather such relics. I only pray that we be worthy enough to reclaim them. Okay, find a relic by completing events. This is the haven from which we launch our expeditions. It will continue to evolve as we resettle the shards. You can zoom in or out and pan. Okay, these are your insight points. Insights are gained during expeditions with each established settlement. You can spend insights here to permanently unlock new skills. Skills can provide numerical bonuses or completely new gameplay systems. And you can use this gate to launch a new expedition. So this is sort of like your base before you go out and do another challenge. Oh, okay, these are the ones they put their names on to preserve them from the shattering. Okay, what skills can we do? Oh, a lot. This increases your maximum inspiration by 5 points. This increases the rarity of the rewards by 10%. I think I want this. Grants an insight for every 10 yield points of any type that do not directly progress the foray goal. So this is a passive bonus. Like you'll get some, if you're doing yields that don't hit the goal, you can still gain insights. Let's do this. And then let's do one more event during each foray, just in case. And then, how you doing, buddy? If we are to hear the Enlightened One's voice again, we must consecrate holy relics in this strange new world. Well, let's get to consecrating relics, pal. Are you ready to start? Yeah, let's embark on one more. Okay. So we're starting here from the gate. It looks like everything here produces... Okay, so we're clearly trying to get knowledge. Our foray needs 10 knowledge. So mountains provide 0 knowledge. Plains provide 10. Plains and scrubland each are 10 and 30. So let's hit it in the plains and the scrubland. Okay. Developments outlined with glimmers will trigger events. Events are little vignettes that can grant powerful glyphs and relics, but could also lead to negative outcomes. Interesting. So, okay. Now I understand that the scrubland has the potential to give me 20 knowledge if I can fulfill all levels of this. So I should build the mulberry patch no matter what. I could also build a buckwheat field and then build an apiary, which will cause something. Now, it's bees, obviously, but is it a good bee thing or a bad bee thing? I don't know. Okay, but yeah, we'll go with the buckwheat field because I'm really curious now about the event. The hull pile. Oh, so this is like this is sort of like a random encounter if you were doing like a Slay the Spire type thing. The threshing is finished, the grain safely stored in the granary, and the hulls gathered in huge piles. The wind rattles through the piles with a dry, whispering sound. The settlers, exhausted from the harvest, complain of backaches, claiming that the straw mats offer little relief from the hard, cold ground of the new world. A seamstress offers to make pillows out of the hulls. They hold their shape, she explains, and they breathe. The farmers are tempted, but they could also compost the hulls so the soil remains fertile, though that will take some effort. Let me hide this. Okay, so first off, what do I need? I need life and, okay, so I need like basically green, oval, and diamond, or for these, okay, so I can start thinking ahead. Okay, but first I'm going to need life. All right. So, ooh, let me hide it again. I'm so sorry to hide it again. I need 3 of those, so we're going to actually go with, we could slow pillows, that would give us a craft glyph. We could spread the hulls on the earthen floors, that would give us stability, or we plow the hulls back into the earth. I'm going to do that because I need the life glyphs. Yeah. The farmers resist the temptation and get back to work again. The mountain of hulls is leveled and turned into soil. Some look on wistfully as the potential comfort is buried in the mud. We eat first, a farmer says, rubbing a sore shoulder. We sleep later. So now we've gotten a fertility glyph that will allow us to gain food if we use it, but also will conjure a flower. Okay. Okay. Then... Let's use you here to start the mulberry patch. Ooh, let's... The dream of soba noodle bowls. Oh, I could go for a soba noodle bowl. That sounds nice. Let's continue the apiary. Because that's another event. A hum in the air. At first, the beekeepers think it is a swarm, but more and more bees join in, producing a hum loud enough to wake the locals. One of the older hives is absconding. It isn't clear what prompted them to leave, but it's too late to stop them. Perhaps the hive had grown too full, or mites have infested their home, or maybe the bees had simply decided they didn't like the scenery. So I can do a few things. I can study the empty hive and get at least, oh, I understand. I thought it was the other way around. These are the requirements, so I have to have at least one Radiance Essence in my glyph deck. Or I have to have a craft gift, so I'm actually not getting these. I'm not using them, but that's essentially how I build my hand impacts what I'm able to do later. So I could study the hive. We don't know what that does. I could make new hives. I could compose a poem for the occasion. Or collect the leftover honey. Let's compose a poem for the occasion. Hey, Mur, welcome on in. At twilight, the settlers gather near the old hive. One of them steps forward and recites a short verse. The hive is empty, fragrant still but echoless. One bee circles back, as if to remind, every ending is a start. That's true because every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. So we ended up getting 25 beauty from that. So it's a good yield, but we're still, and we have hives. We have hives, little bees. Hey, Nether, welcome on in. But we still need to create our mulberry grove. Can I put this here before I've unlocked it? I can't. Okay. I'm going to redraw my hand. Because I need a life essence, and then I need stability, craft, and radiance. If I redraw my hand, I'm probably going to lose this, but that's okay. Close. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, let's go ahead and expand the paper mulberry grove. That gets us 5 knowledge. We need 10 to get through this. So... Oh no, I'm screwed, aren't I? I'm screwed. Dang it. I didn't plan well. Okay, well, all right, so we'll use the mountain here. We essentially can fill, like essentially we can use this or we can use it to fill a random slot, but we're not going to get it. Hey, Rosephine, happy Tuesday. Yeah, so let's, like, if we right-click, we can cast this. It will fill one. It will fill one of these slots. But I only had one reroll, or one, like, redraw, and I kind of messed that up. So I made my choices. That's okay. We'll gain some safety. And then We'll fill that. And unfortunately, I need another craft essence to complete my paper studio, and I can't. So if I end the foray, it still builds the place, but I lost inspiration because I was trying to get 10 knowledge and I only got 5. Hey Tanya, welcome on in. And welcome home. Okay, that's on me. So I lost 5 inspiration, but I did gain some insight, so that's okay. We still get to add a glyph because we did complete the foray. We just didn't complete it with like flying colors. I will add another craft because that's what got me last time. So let's do that. So we have Mitsugahara as our one settlement. Mitsugahara is named Nectar Plain after the apiary. Our next location needs to have 5 safety and 5 beauty. Is that possible? Oh. Yes. Okay, so mountains and plains offer plenty of opportunities for beauty and safety. So do mountains and scrubland. As do just mountains. Okay, let's continue with the plains. The plains, if you will. So remember, I need 5 safety and 5 beauty. Everything else can suck it. Hey Dre, welcome on in. I mean, everything else is important too. But let's not forget while we're here. I'm here for the booty and I'm here for the safety. So this is called Worlds Upon the Wind, and it is strategy, civilization builder, deck builder. You are using the glyphs in your hand have symbols, and you're matching them to slots to build. You're matching them to slots to build out developments, as you essentially are building a settlement after a major cataclysmic event. Each of the items that you can add to the settlement have requirements that are on the cards, and I really like that as you hover over what you could build, the cards that are available will pop up. And for this level, we need 5 safety. So if we're doing safety in the mountains, we've got to build a crater, and we can maybe then build forges and hot springs and an onsen. Oh, love it. Or if we're going to do the plains, if we're going to do beauty, we can build a wildflower meadow in the plains and just be done. Which we may do. We may do that. And these that are kind of like sparkling, those will create events when we build them. So let's go ahead and build the wildflower meadow. Trampled blossoms. A herd of wild horses has descended upon the meadow. Perhaps their ancestors were once beasts of burden, but little of that docility remains. They are currently treating the magnificent blooms with the same respect as one accords common weeds. They're ruining the view, a settler grumbles, watching a particularly chubby pony chew on a bellflower. And besides, we could put these beasts to good use. So I am able to do a lot of things here. I can capture the horses and put them to work. I can draw them away with food. Or I can drive them off. I believe I'd like to capture them and put them to labor. Sorry, horses, but technically, I guess the wildflower meadow was a trap. Now you have a job. Oh, that was not a good choice. Ropes are braided and halters are fashioned. Hold on. So essentially, we managed to do the event, but the horses didn't like that. So they left, and that left us with a shortage of some stuff. So the shard is now experiencing a global shortage of safety. For each type of yield that is below 0 at the end of a foray, the expedition will lose 2 inspiration. So yeah, we tried to tame and herd the horses, and the horses said nope. They kicked us. They probably kicked everything else, and they left. So we are lower on safety and lower on harmony. So we can work on that while we're here. But yeah, I made a bad choice. Choices. Okay. So now I actually need to build... I'm going to need to build the onsen retreat because I need 15 safety to get out of here. Unless I can... No, I can't get any more safety. All right. And that's also good because we need harmony. So let's see if we can do this. Can I do it in the amount of turns I have? That's the problem. And now I'm understanding how the strategy builds into this. Okay. I am going to make a choice. It's not going to be a great choice. But if I build the herb garden, that will give me some safety. If I build the winding path, that will lead me to getting some more safety. Hey DC, welcome on in and welcome home. Let's go ahead and build the herb garden. Okay. That gets us to 0 for safety. We still need to get more safety, so let's build a winding path for adventure. Adventure! Not exactly a road, but it beats scrambling over the rocks. Hey Slivers, welcome on in. Okay. This will conjure... If I use... Because I can't really spend this. But if I use it, I'll gain 10 food, and I'll conjure a flower, which will gain me some beauty. So let's go ahead and use this. And then again, we can't really use this anywhere, so we'll gain some beauty. Now I will redraw my hand. Now here's the thing. I need a craft essence and a connection essence. I have a 78% chance to draw a craft glyph. I only have a 50% chance to draw a connection glyph. So this could go well or very badly. It didn't go entirely badly. We are in luck. So I can use the glyph for hand, and I can craft this here with the craft essence here. But first, I'm going to use my other cards. I'm going to gain more safety. So that gets us to, like, that resets our safety down to 0. So yay. I'm going to go ahead and use this here. And then the bright glyph, it has an invocation that is fill. It can fill a random essence slot in a development. So since I only have one thing to fill, I'm going to use this and fill that. And now I have my sky ropeways. I got 10 harmony, 10 safety. I'm pretty good. And there's nothing much else I can do because these are just play. You can't really, like at this point, we've built everything we can build. So we're going to end the foray. So I made a bad decision, but I was able to turn it around. Kumuiji, named Cloud Path after its sky ropeways. So yeah, we did lose some harmony, but we didn't get below 0. And we did satisfy the requirements. So not the worst, but not the best. And we get to add a glyph. Okay, what does dissatisfy do? Ooh, I don't like that. Lose 4 yield points of a... I don't like that at all. Dissatisfy will lose 4 points of a random foray goal. But it'll also double all gains of productivity for the rest of the stage. So it could come in handy, but I'm curious about this. If I use it, it will duplicate a random glyph in my hand that has craft essence. So I could use this to duplicate another card. I'm going to grab this. Okay, we have a third foray. We need to generate 9 food and 6 beauty. Okay, the mountains and the plains. Ooh, a large building. Okay, so a large building and scrubland has a potential... I'd like those to be a little more even. I'm curious about the large building, though, so... Alright. Again, I'm making choices. Okay, let's lock in. Let us focus on what we need. Okay, once again, if we're able to go from the mulberry patch all the way up to the paper studio, we'll be done. Whether we can actually do that is another matter. I'm going to focus on the mulberry patch because it could get me everything I need. So let's do this. Let's conjure a flower with fertility. That'll get our food requirement. That'll also get a flower. Now that's interesting. We could just cast this and gain beauty and be done. But I don't trust. So we'll go ahead and build the mulberry patch. This will also start an event. Multi-purpose mulberries. The mulberry harvest is shared between the humans who collect the berries and the silkworms who feast on the leaves. The silkworm carers want to pluck most of the leaves for their worms, but leaving the bushes bare risks stunting their growth and leading to a poor berry harvest. The mulberries are one of the only sweet treats that the scrubland provides, and the settlers are eagerly awaiting their arrival. So I can favor the silkworms. I basically pluck the leaves. I can leave the bushes with the best berries unplucked, or... yeah, why don't I wait until the berry harvest before I pluck the leaves? Now... this hopefully will satisfy everybody. It might not. Dang it. Okay. The settlers forbid leaf harvesting until the berries are ripe. Once the berries are gathered, the silkworm carriers pluck the leaves. Unfortunately, the silkworms refuse these, unimpressed by their lack of freshness. So I should have gone with the fresh maker. Okay, so we did get food, but we lost productivity and harmony. So... should I have favored the silkworms? Don't know. Like, the random events are really kind of fascinating. Okay. I still need beauty, though. The only way I'm going to get beauty is... okay, let's... alright, let's gain some safety. Let's do this. Discarded glyph and draw a glyph. Interesting. Can I use it to do... oh, I can't. Okay, fill a random slot in a development. Okay. That's what I needed. That is what I needed. So, you don't know what it's going to fill, but it was going to do one of these two, so that's good. Also, hey KMC, welcome on in. So I need stability, craft, and radiance to build the paper studio and get out of this with my butt intact. Dang it. Okay. This will add a toil glyph to the top of the draw stack. Which isn't really helpful because I'm not going to be drawing again. No, I unfortunately am kind of donezo. Because I need... oh, I was so close. But we can see how Divine works. Divine essentially lets you see what's next up, and you could move them to the discard pile if you wanted. Not that it's going to help me, but yeah. Nope, I have once again not served my people well. That's okay. I needed a Radiance Essence to complete the Paper Studio, and I didn't get it. So let's end the foray and just take my lumps. So we were still able to build a city. The city is called Kuwabara, Mulberry Field, named after the mulberry patch. We lost some more inspiration. When you basically run out, the expedition ends. So let's continue. We do get to add a glyph. Let's go with a cherry. Okay, so we're still on the foray because we haven't run out of inspiration yet. We could finish the expedition. But we need to find a relic is the thing. So we'll try one more. I know I keep saying that. I do. Here all we need is harmony. So all we need is harmony. Let's go with some hey Robo, welcome on in. Hills and plain. Okay, everything has harmony because it's harmony. Okay, let's. Okay. We'll build a bramble hollow. That gets us halfway there. We need to build the rabbit warren, which we can do. We can also use this to gain 10 beauty and fruit. We can also use fruit to gain a seed, so we can gain 5 food, but we're fine. We'll do this. This triggers an event. The grumpy, oh my gosh, they're so grumpy. The grumpy rabbits. The settlement's architect is surveying the planned location for the town's new warehouse as a full moon rises above. Lost in thought, he catches movement out of the corner of his eye and is startled to see 2 white rabbits glaring at him. They stand, still as statues, their red eyes staring accusingly into his very soul. The man laughs nervously and steps past them, but the rabbit's gaze follows. Looking closely, he notices with a sinking feeling the dark mouths of several burrows. So the warehouse would mess up with the rabbit burrows. We should probably... No, they are so unhappy. Let's build a shrine to the rabbits instead. This might... I mean, here's the thing. I think we're going to get the harmony anyway, but we may lose something else in the process. Perhaps we'll lose productivity because it's a warehouse, or we might lose food. But we're going to build a rabbit shrine. Oh, yay! Haunted by the rabbit's accusing stares, the architect halts construction on the warehouse and begins a new project. The result is a set of tiny white shrines marking the entrances to the rabbit's warren. Settlers leave little piles of hay in front of the shrines as offerings to the town's new patron deities. So we ended up getting a new glyph out of that. We got the rabbit glyph, which will provide life essence or draw 1 card with a life essence. So yes, we have named these rabbits our new gods, these very, very grumpy rabbits. Now, we are done. We have fulfilled the requirements here. We could also move on. We could also build some stuff. Do I have enough to build anything now? I could build a public school. I can't build a warehouse. And I could use the productivity. Let's redraw my hand. Actually... Yeah, let's redraw the hand. And build the warehouse. We'll also gain some safety. And we'll build the warehouse. Mountains of rice sacks, crepes of pottery, and assorted knickknacks dwell in this treasure vault. Treasure! Okay, we'll end the foray. Look at the little rabbit warrens right in the middle. The settlement is named Hanazuka, Leaping Mound, after its rabbit warren. So we managed to complete the requirements. We didn't run out of anything. And we gained some bonuses. Nice. And we add another glyph. Nurture, product, or insect. Let's go with nurture. Okay. I'm going to finish the expedition. We didn't find a relic, so we'd have to start another one to find that. But let's head back to our main... So the game starts and it explains that something called the Shattering happened that broke the land up into these tiny islands. And you are going to every island and you are developing them. So each island gets its own name. And based on what you decided, that's kind of the theme of the island. We discovered some glyphs, we discovered some developments, we discovered some events, but we did not discover any relics yet. So let's return to our base. To put a bowl back together, you must first gather all the pieces. Yeah. Unity is a daily effort. Facts. We contemplate the canyon to see the layers of the old world. Okay. Oh, who are you? To build a bridge between two cliffs is a step towards unity. Yeah. Yeah, y'all are smoking some good stuff here. I see that. So we can use our insights here to buy skills. Let's increase our maximum inspiration. And that's all we can do here. So yeah. This is fun. There's a demo of this out now. So if strategy deck building is your thing, it's very much, you're not really playing to beat a score. You're not playing to fight. You are playing to provide resources and fill out requirements. So you're sort of matching your cards to symbols. So certain developments create events, and those events may impact your entire stores or not. So like I said, oh, there's a bunch of horses on my property. Well, let's make the horses work. And the horses said no and kind of ruined our stuff. Also, the silkworms were like, yeah, we don't like that you waited to give us the leaves, so we're like a no. But the rabbits, they liked that we built them little shrines, and we ended up getting the rabbit glyph. So that's a way to discover new stuff. I made many mistakes, but that's games. So yeah. My goodness. So this is Worlds Upon the Wind, and yeah, it is. Oops, I turned off my lights. I didn't mean to do that. We still have this quest, so I've got to come back here and complete an event and maybe finish it. We'll see. But let me go ahead and head out of this to the main menu. Oh, it auto saves. That's really nice. And yeah, there's a demo of this out in the Steam store now if you are so interested and curious. And yeah, that was nice. In terms of a deck builder, that is a very different take on it. And it's also very peaceful and calming. I will say one thing that I really appreciate about it is that there is a streamer mode. So I'm able to skip music that might get flagged. So I do appreciate that for y'all. You can adjust the kanji So there is a kanji drawing practice minigame and a practice minigame and a drawing minigame. So if you are trying to learn or refresh your Japanese, it has Japanese practice features in the game. So if you're trying to brush up, and I don't mean, I'm just not trying to make a pun about the brush, but if you're trying to brush up or refresh your Japanese, which this is not the first game I played that also offers to teach you a little bit of Japanese along the way. And yeah, and I also really like that you can change the font size. It's very helpful. So yeah, we'll hop out of that. Hey, thanks for joining me and thanks for watching. If you want to see more of what's coming up, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to check out more videos, there will be gaming videos coming, well, honestly, as soon as I stream them and get them online. So it's been great. Thanks for spending time with me. Hope to see you again soon. And yeah, take care.